What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Us versus Them channel. I'm your host, Vince, and today we're going to break down the next fight on the fight card. We got Tom Nolan versus Charlie Campbell. Tom Nolan is at a slight favorite at -154, and Charlie Campbell is at an underdog at +130. One thing you'll notice about these fighters when you start breaking them down is how tall they are for their division. Charlie Campbell sits at 6 foot even, and Tom Nolan's at 6'3", and these are guys that fight at 155. So they're both used to being the bigger fighter out there, at least the taller and longer and rangier fighter. But they both do a pretty good job at fighting at range too. They do a decent job. The one thing you got to notice about Tom Nolan though is he only has a 72.5-inch reach. So that, or 73-inch reach. That's only a half-inch different. So the reach wise, they're going to be basically exactly the same. So I don't know how much they'll be able to utilize their range on each other in this fight. The one thing that I can think of for sure where range will be a factor is Tom Nolan being a southpaw, and he does like to dig to the body with those kicks, just because that body shot is already open for him. So I can see that being a factor here. But I also see Charlie Campbell being the guy that pressures the fight forward. He's pretty much used to doing that every fight. He has done that every fight except for the Trevor Peek fight. But nobody can pressure that dude forward. I mean, he is a fucking banshee going forward. So Tom Nolan's definitely going to be on the back foot this fight. I can 100% see that. When it comes to their grappling, I think they're both relatively similar in their grappling skills. Both of them, they have the potential and have shown in the past that they can take opponents down, and they can keep opponents down for the most part. One thing I did notice about Tom Nolan though, when it comes to his grappling, is in the Borishev fight, Borishev was able to keep him down for the last 2.5 minutes of the fight, and I really don't like to see that. I mean, Borishev is not known for his grappling skills, but Tom Nolan kind of just accepted the bottom position. I think he was a little bit gassed out and tired, but I just don't like to see it in a guy that sits down and accepts bottom position. Charlie Campbell does not accept bottom position. In the fight that we saw with Trevor Peek, for instance, there were scrambles a lot in the second and third round, but Charlie Campbell always made sure that he was either back on his feet or on top at the end of those scrambles. He didn't stop moving until he got to where he needed to be. So as far as the wrestling goes, I'm giving the edge to Charlie Campbell. When it comes to their striking, I think that they have relatively similar skills in striking, but I think that the one guy is going to be pressuring forward more in this fight, and one guy is going to be landing the bigger shots. And I do think that's Charlie Campbell. I know it's a little bit against the grain as far as what a lot of MMA YouTube predictors are out there saying, but I do think that Charlie Campbell is going to get this one done. And I've been kind of torn because as far as how he gets it done, I could see him getting a knockout for sure. I'm leaning towards more of a decision, to be honest with you. But I can also see a submission being there too. I mean, both these guys have decent submission skills, and they're attacking submissions when they're on the bottom. So I can see any of those options being there. I'm going to rule the submission off the table. I'm kind of thinking out loud now. Thinking out loud. But but I do think that Tom Nolan, he's got a pretty decent chin. We saw, he got knocked out by Nicholas Mata. But, that's the only time he's been knocked out in his career. I do think that Charlie Campbell's got what it takes to get it done. But I do think this fight is also going to the distance. So for my official prediction, I'm going to go with Charlie Campbell by decision. That's all I got for this breakdown. Stay tuned for our next one. We got Jake Matthews versus Neil Magny. We're going to break that one down, give you the best picks that I got available. But I got to do the research. So until then, I'll see you fuckers.